Hey guys, Clone Guy here, and today we're going to be playing 6 classic tanks that are seldom used nowadays. I mean, you see them a lot in the queue, but you don't see them featured on YouTube channels all that much anymore. I think a lot of the YouTubers typically are more they understand the game a little bit more, and they typically play the tanks that are better versions of these. Like for instance, instead of the T125 or FE215B, they'll play tanks like the Super Conqueror. Instead of the Action X, they play the FE4202. Instead of the E50M, they can play any of the Russian mediums. And instead of the IS-4, you can play any of the heavies really. So today we're gonna be bringing these tanks back, and we're gonna be playing them left to right, 6 tanks. 6 games. Let's see what we can do. See if we can have some good games. Maybe we'll have some bad games as well, but we'll see what happens. T110E5 is what we're going to start with today. And yeah, the direct competitor to the T110E5 is definitely the FE215V and the Super Conqueror. And the FE215V was a fun little alternative. You could have the rear-mounted turret. You could have the slightly better turret, the better rate of fire, the better gun. Turn faster, you're better suited for dealing with medium tanks than the FE215V, but the E5 was better for fighting heavy tanks and had the better gun handling and the center mounted turret. So it had those things going for it. And then the Super Conqueror came out, which just laughs because it's just a better FE215B and takes everything that was better about the FE215B over the E5 and keeps that, and then takes everything that the E5 did better over the FE215B and adds that. So, you're almost better off using the Super Conqueror nowadays. But I still like this more just because of the mobility and the fact that this lower plate is insanely good. You can actually get people to bounce off of your lower plate even when they're firing premium rounds. And the closer you are to the enemy, the harder this tank is to penetrate, because the upper plate is a beast and it can block even premium rounds, even 420 heat premium rounds in some cases. So that's pretty cool. And the lower plate is angled in such a way that the closer you are, the harder that is to pen. And so you get people to shoot you like this and you're just unstoppable. And I really like that about this tank. And it goes 37. It's quick. I mean, it's not, as far as heavies go nowadays, 37 is actually kind of slow. Pretty much everything goes faster than that. But this thing gets up to speed and it turns quickly. It's no FE215B when it comes to turning, but it's a heavy medium. It truly is, and the gun handling is not half bad. So it's pretty cool. And on this map, I'm not exactly sure what I want to do. So I'm just driving right now, and we're going to see what we can do. And those of you interested, I actually had a slight meeting with Wargaming yesterday. I was with the community liaison, Minto, and it went great. The guy, he was talking to me, and he kept bringing up subjects that I would have brought up, but he brought up first. And it's clear to me that he is actually taking notes when the community speaks. And because he plays the game a lot, he also feels the same way about a lot of things we feel, and that was cool. And then when I brought up other things that you guys were talking about in my chat and such, he'd be like, oh, I have that too. I've noted that. I have that written down. I've sent that report to Wargaming. So it's really, really cool. I think we're going to be in an uprising. The game is going to be really taking a turn within the next couple years, and so I'm very excited about that. So get ready. There's an Inferno here. How's your free tank, buddy? There's the armor working. Ow. This is a hard pen for him? Yeah. Ow! That's the second time they just blasted through. So, let's see where they're penning. Like under the turret or something. STG, I'm not so sure that's exactly where you want to be right now. I even tracked him side on for you, pal. Oh, he's going. This tank can go around corners like this. It's great. It's really, this thing is really good at peeking like that. Sparky narky. Oh, he turned it just in time. There we go. Actually, this is not where you want to be in this tank. It really isn't, actually. But, alas. Huh. These heavies just keep blasting through me. It's kind of a little sad. And he's not giving me a clear shot. Ah! And there we go. Pretty sad. When you get penned by tanks who just keep auto-locking you. I'm not sure where they were going through, because they kept snapping, but it is what it is. Our team is just dead everywhere. We played just fine. We did nothing wrong in that game. Our team just evaporated. We kept putting in shots. We were taking hits. I mean, we did an okay job. I mean, what can you do when your team is brain dead, right? Let's move on to the next one. Welcome to World of Tanks. Welcome. Where teammates are... where you have more RNG with your teammates than you do with your gun, right? Alright, so next is, I believe, the Action X, which is like a Patton, but faster, but doesn't have the hull armor, and doesn't have the turret armor, but has better gun handling, or accuracy, should I say. The Patton has better gun handling on the move. This thing's faster. We said that already. It's like the Leopard 1. This thing's like a cross between a Leopard 1 and a Patton. It does things better than the Leopard, like the armor, and it does things worse than the Patton, like the gun handling on the move, should I say. So it's interesting. It does things better than both, and then it does things worse than both. So it's like right in the middle, so it's kind of cool. It's like a very balanced tank. But then the FE422 came out, which is just a better vehicle than this because of its upper plate and its better turret roof. The FE422 has a weak turret ring and is weak around the gun, but anywhere else on that turret is near impenetrable, even by Jagdpanzer heat rounds. The turret right above the gun where the angle's back, that's actually like 470 millimeters of effective armor, so you ain't going through that. And then the upper plate is angled back at like a 68 degree angle, so yeah, that's also really good. But on this, it's not angled like that. It can still bounce tier 8s pretty reliably, the hull, and especially light tanks. And the turret is still really good, but it's not as good. It's more well-rounded on this. If you're using your gun depression, this turret is much better, in my opinion. But if you're not, I'd rather be in the 422. No Artie this time around. This thing also has a really nice engine, but it's not as mobile. It goes faster, but it's not as quick, should I say, as the FE422. This also gets heat instead of Hesh, so you're more capable of dealing with tanks like the 705A, but dude, that Hesh on that FE422 is so much fun to use. It really is. And this is kind of just a Joe Average, jack of all trades kind of a tank. And, you know, master of nothing, which oftentimes isn't good. I want to get to that ridge ahead and have like that advantage on these guys, but that's not going to work. There's too many of them and too few of us. But we do have a Super Conqueror, and as long as he doesn't like get himself killed by pushing too far, we should be okay. Who would have thought that shooting a Leopard prototype would ammo rack it? These guys are hauled down. They're doing exactly what they need to do under a situation like this, where you're just vastly outnumbered. Poor Leopard man. He's way out of his element here. He does not seem to realize it. Get him out. And you see our turret is working, but I mean that was, you know, a tier 8. And then there we go, he just penned us there. That's an interesting idea. Not Russian side armor. He gave me way too much of it, but it went a little bit high in there. Instead of penning his side armor and tracking him. There we go. We have to just keep doing damage. That happened again. We need those to just go a little bit lower so we can actually kill him. Like that. See? Same angle he was just at, but that time we do go through. Oh, that's a disappointing bounce. There we go. Hopefully these guys will push as we are getting, you know, crushed. Let's see what they are before we move on. Any 75 and any 100. Very cool. Tier 10 players. Stellar. Let's jump into the next game. Let's how you play right there with your tier 10 super heavy. Helping no one. And then probably blaming your team later. Eh. What can you do? Well, you could, you know, roll the dice and hope for a different team. That's pretty much all I can do. Oh. Looks like we have times 4 boosts on, but I don't give a care. Alright, FE215B, we already pretty much spoke about it. Remounts the turret, pretty much the T110E5. Has some things that it's better at, has some things it's worse at. And then Super Conqueror exists. Hello. Super Conqueror is better side armor. And is better at side scraping, even though it's got a front mounted turret. What? I know, it's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy indeed. Come on, FE215B. Fisherman's Bay. Never seen this map before. JK. Where are we gonna go? A couple things we can do. We can go to the town, we can go to the middle, we can go to the right, we can go to the left, we can go to the middle. We said that already. We can go to the middle again. Said that 3 times now. We can even go to the water. So there's more than a couple. There's a few things we can do. We're probably gonna go to the town, but if there's no arty, I'm likely actually gonna go to the middle. There is one arty. Is it worth the risk? What kind of heavies do we fight in tank destroyers? The Jagdpans are scary. Mouse isn't that scary. Andre is not that scary. The machine is not scary at all in the town. Town looks very winnable. Actually, yeah, the town looks great. We're going there. Will it already rain on us? Maybe. It's artillery. Why wouldn't it, right? There we go. FE215B. I think this thing has the best gun handling on the move. I'm pretty sure. I compared it to the 140 and T62A, which are very close, and this just has a touch better. Just a touch. So that's pretty cool. Firing off a shot just in case, you know, maybe somebody's just driving by right there. I mean, it's a risk, because you don't take much ammo. But how often do you run out of ammo in this tank? A bit, but most likely we won't. Alright? So we'll take that risk. The other flank is gone. We don't have the other flank, actually. Makes me wonder if I want to just keep pushing. Things got crazy DPM. We have 50 millimeters. I was gonna say we have 50 millimeters of side armor. Actually, it advertises as 101, but it's not. It's 50. So yeah, he just overmatched us, and there was nothing we could do. Literally nothing. It was just, oh, you're gonna lose 1,000 health here. Wow, they were both looking. Scums. And that's why we need a middle presence, which we have a huge middle presence, but nobody seems to be contesting them, which is interesting. Because we have 17,642 tanks here. Our entire team went to the middle. But yeah, this is an Andre the Giant there, you know, hiding right next to the cap circle. Andre the Giants have to be the dumbest players. I used to think it was the Japanese heavy tanks. I mean, obviously, other than, like, you know, the artillery and such. But dang! Andre the Giants are brain dead players. Nice to know Artie has chosen me. It's actually great news. Good stuff. Where did Art even hit to slash me? This is not good. No, they're so dumb. It's incredible. It blows my mind every time. And this is what happens when you just give a free tank to anybody and everyone. And now he's going to pull out in front of all those guys trying to flank me. And yep, there's the Jagdpanzer. And here comes the E4. No. Not at all. I want to help you, buddy, but you're kind of in the way. There's no hope in the world. I kind of want to try to side scrape him. Now we're one shot for the mouse. Artie, you son of a gun! Dude, did you see the thinking Andre wasn't even looking? He was still going this way. What a noob. Oh boy, welcome to Tier 10, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move on to the next game. Oh, I like that end play we did. It was pretty good, I think. It was actually really good. And then Arnie just pooped on us. We definitely could have shot the Andre and then maybe even shot him again before the mouse caught up. In fact, if we killed the Andre, maybe we could have baited a shell from the Jagdpanzer, gotten around him and killed him before the mouse could do anything. But, you know, already exists when you're losing 9-3. It makes sense that it's still allowed to shoot, you know? Alright, E50M time. Before we do, I have to see what our E100 did last game. I have to know. Fantastic. Well, E50M time, eh? The E50M is kind of just, it's just got nerfed one day when people were saying it needed a buff. And then that was the end of the E50M. There you go. Wargaming. Severgorsk, a map I have not seen in a very long time. Encounter, I don't like Encounter very much. Any kind of free play is taken from you. It's all corridor now in the Encounter mode, which I do not like. this map is it's rough when you need to use your mobility or anything like that. But we'll see what we can do because we do have a little bit of armor. We actually have more side armor than the FE-25B, so we can actually side scrape. We won't get overmatched by Jagdpanzer 100s, which is nice. Where do you want to go though? That's a lot of heavies. And GW. Oh boy. Let's go left. Scary stuff. What I like doing on this map is I like getting into here, this location. But with the platoon of mediums, I'm not so sure that's a great idea, but I still think I want to do that. And if we die, we die. We just move on to the next tank, right? I mean, this is going to be a long video already. So let's take the risk. Well, seems to be okay. Yeah, for the most part. Hello, Valor. I just seen you shoot your friend. Hello, Andre the Giant. You're made of pudding. Your brain is so. Oh wow, that missed. Accurate gun, by the way. Whoa, why was my gun aimed down there? Nobody knows. Hello, Death Star. Yeah, this was a good play. I'm glad we did this. You're an Andre the Giant. You can't actually side scrape. Hope you know that. He probably doesn't. He probably heard about side scraping on the internet somewhere, and now he's got an Andre the Giant, and he's like, I can side scrape because I saw a YouTuber say I could. You're absolutely the coolest player in the game, Artie. I hope you know that. It's a freaking cool mechanic. It's every game. He's right there. How do you shoot over that? And Stritwong is right there, just about to kill me. Already so fair. Man. Frick. Why are you looking at me? He snaps it too. Doesn't even aim, only very front of my tank. And he hits that one on the move. Oh, this guy needs to go buy a ticket right now. Alright, let's jump into the next game. I've played that tank before. It's not good at snapshotting. He's just on the move. Boop! Only your front drive wheel is showing, clone guy. I can hit that, and then Death Star, boop, on the move. Well, we're playing tier 10. What do we expect? Where the brain deads play. I mean the nice players who've been playing a while and failing their way to tier 10. I mean, I just did it again. All right, IS-4. I really enjoy this tank. I've been using it for competitive a lot instead of the mouse, so I have a lot of heat in it. And It's if I want to go out and block damage, this is the tank I use. Side armor is great. People just don't use it. It's one of the better tier 10 heavies, and people don't realize that. It plays how a heavy should. It's pretty premium round resistant. The upper plate is bad on this, but the side armor is really good, and so is the turret, that you aren't afraid of premium rounds like you would be in a mouse. Because in a mouse, no matter how you angle, they can pen you through your turret. They can pen you through even your upper plate. A mouse can always be penned. So can an E100. So can a Panzer Kampfwagen 7. So can an IS-7. So can a 705A. But the IS-4, if it's side scraping, can block any shell in the game. It's pretty nice. We're going to go this way. Get pooped on by Arnie. And call it a day. I'm kidding. We're going this way to hopefully not get hit by Arnie this time around. I'd like one game where I don't get hit by Arnie. Let's see. What happened in our E5 game? We did not get hit by Arnie in the E5 game, actually. Or in the Action X, so that's nice. So I guess it hasn't been every game. But dang, I was camping. Alrighty. It's cool. It's an interesting idea. I don't know who thought of it. But somebody did. I get comments all the time saying, stop complaining about artillery. And it's just like, then stop playing artillery. There you go. Like, you're the brain dead who's probably playing it right now. You know? The people who defend artillery are the ones who play it. It's just like, yeah, but we don't care about you. I don't think you realize nobody actually thinks of you as a human being. No one does. You are just a blurred image in our minds. Of mush. I was gonna say anything but a Valor down there, but it is a Valor. He pens that. That's pretty freaking... He pens that, too! Which is actually really incredible. Alright, Valor. I just die because of the position he's in, so I just have to push him and hope I win. As I bounce off of him. Side! That's so stupid! I don't have the gun depression to fight him either. Are you kidding me? He's firing premium APCR, so... It's like, what do you expect, clone guy? There we go. That's all he knows how to shoot, is the premium APCR, so he's not actually that good. Yeah, whatever, kid. And you died doing an 8. Oh, he's a scrub. Get out of here, you nerd. Go shoot premium at something else. Yeah, I was shooting straight up gold rounds. The angles he was spending was ridiculous. But hey-oh. Such is life. And we're just gonna keep going. We're not even gonna stop. We're gonna die. It's okay. I just wanna... I should thank this guy also. Like, he gave it his all to rescue me. The nerd. You can't call people nerds. It's not very nice. Calling somebody a nerd isn't even mean anymore. Just so you know. I'm about to get artied, by the way. Watch this guy shoot HE. Or fire into nothing. Why you shoot my friend? Whew! I was gonna try to save him there, but I think I was gonna be too slow. Oh, this time it's the enemy team who got whitewashed. Oh, that's nice. It must be fun being, you know, playing World of Tanks. Tier 10 gameplay. Wow. Wow, it's already over. That's quite a roll from you, Mr. KV4 Kreslowski. Which you did only leave him on 1 hit point. Oh, alright, he's got it. 203mm cannon. 1 damage. Oh, okay. That's what I dream about every day when I'm playing this game. Is missing those shots. I was like, I'm gonna go play the game and miss. I'm an IS-4, what do you expect? Also, the IS-4's gun is garbage. It's one of the worst in the game. Tier for tier. It truly is. 1. You did it again, KB4 Kozlovsky. You astound me. 1. He bumped him. He bumped him to 1 hit point, which is pretty funny. Alright, 268. Big gun, big boom. Semi-decent mobility, semi-decent armor, but it's not enough either. Not either of them are enough to do anything. So that's why that tank... Oh, wow. It's only a tier 8, guys. Cool. So it's just not enough to do anything in the game. So, yeah. There you go. Right. Right. I mean, you've got, like, the Grill 15. Like, if you want to snipe... You're like, oh, it's a good sniper clone guy, 0.33 accuracy clone guy. Yeah, your shell velocity says otherwise, and the Grill 15 also says otherwise. Hey, that was the first win of the day. Cool. And camouflage isn't the greatest. 263 wants to know your location. 263 is pretty good DPM, armor, and mobility. It's like 268 is kind of just this tank that almost doesn't have a spot right now in the game, as it's not great at anything. It has nothing going for it. Other than its high pen, which we are going to hopefully be utilizing here as we sit in like K8 and snipe with our big derpy 152. Our very accurate derpy 152. How does that work? Well, it's just a slow shell velocity. And with our setup, I think we have like 0.3 accuracy or 0.31. It's really accurate. Like that's insane for a Russian tank. But we'll see what we can do. Food. It's the only way. Only way to get the angry tank less angry. They don't have many durable tanks on their team, which is too bad. I feel like this tank likes, especially on a map like this, the drawn-out fight, where you're allowed to just put shot after shot after shot in, but this looks like one of those fights which is going to steamroll one way or the other rather quickly. So I don't think that's going to happen, especially since we have 2 machines on our team. If they just push this side, it's just going to end in an instant. But we'll see what those guys decide to do. One of them's going this way, one of them's going the other. If I was an E4, I would sit right on that corner. But I am not the E4. Enemy? That's disappointing. Slow shell. I let him. Shell went low. And now I just die because of that. The position he's going to take is just going to screw me over. I already needs to shoot him. Bye, 75. Can't wait to have you fail your way to tier 10. Oh my gosh. 60 TP is not very bright. Neither is that IS-7 though, so. If I had knew the IS-7 wasn't going to shoot, I would have sat there a little bit longer aiming. Not gonna lie. And he's shooting HE. Ah, oh, golly. Ah, oh, both of those guys are just ammo racks waiting to happen. And they're both poking out sideways. Thank you. I also just realized we rolled low on him twice. We should be up to 1700 damage with those 2 shots, and he should be dead, but hey. It is what it is. Awesome. Just great. Accuracy means nothing in this game. 60 TP, you need to face forward. What is this game? Ah, man. Hitting shots? Don't be silly. We don't hit shots here. In Russia. In Russia, shots hits you. Come on, game. You know you want to give me that one high roll. Thank you. Oh, an ammo rack, I guess. That works. Under his gun. Shoot this guy who's broadside on. Freaking go into his freaking tracks. Fine! I get it! I know when I'm not wanted. Water, why do you do this to me? 700 damage! Oh, okay. Oh, the team is dead. Tier 10, ladies and gentlemen. Ah, tier 10. They make you, you know, it's just a great place to be. It's where, you know, you want to hang out. You're like, you know what? I just want to hang out at tier 10. It's where men are made. Already kills himself, too. Fantastic. What a guy. What a player. Get out of here. Oops, I clicked cheating. I guess he wasn't really cheating. Even though it feels like that sometimes, doesn't it? I just want to see the post-game results. Oh, already. You got already. Okay. I want to see the post-game results. I just want to see what my 10s did, and then we'll call this a video. Absolutely winning. Oh my gosh. 11 shots, 4 pens. Duh. No problem. Oh. Wow. Wow. I'm glad you drowned yourself, Mr. Atari. I'm so glad. Wow. 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 4. Wow. Oh my gosh. Well, there you go. There is a reason a lot of these tanks aren't played much anymore by the better players in the game. And I think today kind of demonstrated that, very much so. I mean, of course, we also had just bad teams throughout the entire day. The one game we won, the enemy team was just swapped. That's all it was. They had my team, and I had their team for that in the IS-4. So there you go. Welcome to Tier 10, ladies and gentlemen, where competition is non-existent. And everybody's stupid. Go play Tier 7. That's where the fun is. That's where players actually know what they're doing. Alright, that's it. I hope you guys all enjoyed. If you did, slap that like button, comment, subscribe. Let me know what other tanks are seldom used. And you wish people played more often. Wish you saw more replays of. Let me know in the comments below. And I'll be seeing you guys all later. Take care, everyone. And peace out.